So, students, as we are coming near to end of a chapter, that is source of finance for a joint stock company. So there are merely two, three topics or two, three points left in this chapter. So we have entirely completed chapter 1, 2 and 3. So now this is the topic which is under the short-term sources of finance, that is installment credit. And student, you're almost all you're aware of it, that installment credit means what? Installment means the payment. The word derives installment means the number of amount are broken down into several parts. Installment means EMI. All of you have heard equated monthly installments. All of you have heard the term EMI. When a person is suppose purchasing a product and is not able to give the amount, means the whole amount at the whole lump sum amount at a time, there are several companies or there are several suppliers which decides to break the amount into several parts, and each part will comprise of a balance and equated amount. Therefore, it would make very much easier and convenience for the customer to purchase the goods and services and avail all those services. So, installment credit refers to the type of facilities or benefits. Please do hear me carefully. Installment credit refers to the facility or benefit which is provided by the supplier's end towards the buyer's end. Okay? So, installment credit refers to the facility where the supplier gives this facility so that the consumer or the purchaser can purchase assets, tools and equipments, machines, other durable goods, and they have to pay a part of the amount, which we call it a down payment also. Means a part of the amount they have to pay, and the rest amount is given into the EMI, installment credit portion. So at the time of the delivery of goods, the buyer has to pay a part of the price of the good, and the rest they can pay it later. Means they can use the assets and pay later. Means a part of the product values has to be paid at the instant, at a time, and the rest they have to pay afterwards. So I have written the definition. Installment credit, from the word means credit, means the goods are being given on credit. So the supplier gives this facility. Installment credit refers to the facility or benefit provided from suppliers and towards the purchaser end, so that the purchaser can purchase the goods, assets, tools and equipments, other durable goods, so they can use those goods, and they have to pay the part of the goods price at a time, that is down payment, and the rest they can pay it later in installments. And on those installments, the charge is there, means the supplier charges interest on the balance due, and all the interest is fairly divided. All the installments are fairly divided, that this month you have to pay this and the interest rate is this and the total amount becomes this. So the interest is also charged by the suppliers, and on the balance due it is charged, not on the whole amount, because at that instant you are paying some amount, so it will be deducted, and on the remaining balance of the goods interest will be calculated and it will be further divided. So we'll move here that installment credit refers to facility. Mark my words, it is written here, you can jot it down at your respective copy. This is also very important. So installment credit refers to the facility or the benefit of buying machinery, goods, equipments, other durable goods, which is a facility provided by the suppliers to a purchaser's end and on credit, not on cash. So the buyer has to pay, I have stated so many times, the buyer has to pay at part of the price instantly at the time of delivery of goods, and the rest amount of money. So the buyer has to pay a part of the price of the asset as the time of delivery, and the balance, the remaining amount of money, is payable in number of installments. So this is very easy. And on the rest of on the remaining balance of the amount of the goods, interest is charged, and so it is added with the amount itself, means interest will be charged on the remaining balance. So the supplier charges interest on the balance due, whatever the balance is. So interest will be charged on the balance due, and it will be included, it will be added to the remaining amount. So the supplier charges interest on the balance due, and the interest is included, the interest is added to the remaining amount. So that is, we call it installment credit. And some suppliers also provides, also takes assistance from the commercial banks and through some finance company. Take the example of Bajaj Financial Services. There are several companies and there are several banks like SBI who provides credit card. So there are several financial companies and commercial banks which are delving deep, which are coming for further assistance so that the suppliers can provide the goods and services to the necessary person, and the person can make use of those goods and services and repay the amount later, means repay the remaining balance later with the interest. So this is known as installment credit. So some suppliers also provide installment credit through the agents of finance companies. I have called one example, Bajaj Finance Services, and commercial banks. There are several banks like PNB credit card, SBI credit card, ICICI credit card. There are several commercial banks who provides credit card. Why they provide credit card? So to take the purchase the goods and services, make avail those services and make the payment later with the inclusion of interest. So now under hire purchase basis, now this is a new term. Hire purchase basis means the purchaser can purchase the asset, but there is a catch here. The purchaser can purchase the assets on credit, but until and unless all the installments are paid to the supplier, the product belongs to the supplier or the company. So, under hire purchase basis, a purchaser, a buyer can purchase the goods and services, but the buyer cannot have the possession of the goods and services until and unless all the installments, all the remaining amount of balances along with the interest have been duly completed and paid towards the company or seller. So the possession of the assets will not be with the buyer, the possession of the assets will be with the company or will be with the seller or supplier's end. So when under the hire purchase basis, the ownership, as I was discussing, the ownership of the assets remain with the supplier. So you have to grab the meaning here. Installment credit and hire purchase are two different terms. So under the hire purchase basis, the ownership of the assets means you cannot possess the asset and you cannot claim that is your, because you haven't paid all the remaining balance and you haven't cleared all the interest. So under the hire purchase basis, the ownership of the assets remain with the supplier until all the installments are cleared, settled along with the interest, and purchase of fixed assets on installment and hire purchase. So whenever a firm or want to use that asset because a firm needs those, so a firm can purchase those assets on hire purchase basis, because it is a sorts of facility or facilitates or enables or assists some business firms to make use of the assets in the regular conduct, in the regular operations and activity of business, and make payments out of their earnings. So this hire purchase basis is also a very important short term sources of finance method. So I will repeat once again, hire purchase basis is a sorts of facility where the supplier extends the help, the facility towards the purchaser end, and the purchaser can purchase the assets, the goods. But until and unless all the installments are not cleared, met, and settled with the remaining due and the interest, so the possession of the goods will not be with the buyer, it will be with the supplier. If all the remaining balances along with interest are cleared, then the possession of the goods will be with the buyer. And there are various companies who makes use of this hire purchase method, because they purchase the required assets, goods, and they use it productively so as to conduct their regular activities, operation of the business enterprise, and thereby the company makes payment out of their sales generation, out of their future earnings. So this hire purchase basis also enables, facilitates, and assists the business enterprise to carry out their activities of the enterprise. So we're doing here, yes, the ownership of the assets remain with the supplier until and unless all the installments are paid by the buyer, and purchase of fixed assets on hire purchase and installment credit basis enables the business firms to utilize the assets properly, and from that utilization of the fixed assets, the the company makes payment out of their of sales generation, their cash inflow generation, and their future earnings. So the company makes payment out of earnings made from such use. But in this installment credit and hire purchase basis, it is not that you have to pay only the installment. There is also levying of interest, means there is a high charge interest levied on the product or on the goods and services. So I hope the meaning of installment credit and hire purchase basis is clear to all of you. So all of your task is to write the meaning of the installment credit and the hire purchase basis. And one more thing, you can jot it down at your respective copies, and your task is to watch the video several times, numerous times, so as to grasp and catch the meaning and conceptual clarity of it. And do refer your book for the meaning, insights, and conceptual clarity of it. And one more task is to write all the question and answers from the back exercises, short question answers and long question answers, so you can update and finish your task, because your copies will be evaluated and assessed on basis of that. And the last thing, that your exams are approaching, so prepare yourself accordingly. And I hope all of you have, yes, you all of you have received the schedule or the time planner or the routine. So prepare yourself accordingly, follow the syllabus, the scope of the commerce, and if any doubt persists or if any doubt arises, feel free to revert back it to me, so I can provide you the required assistance.